I told her I loved her, and the next day she goes, I just want to let you know I love you too. And the next day, and I was like, huh? What? I was like, can I take that back? Yeah, that went over really well.
Brian is one of the unsung heroes of this community in being a fireman. It takes a special type of person to put their life in danger for others, and he does it without hesitation. For that, I genuinely want to thank you. And now that he's married to Amber, he's putting his life in danger, even when he's not at work.
The story I used to tell people was we met at Bar Louie down there in Newport-on-the-Levee, which is kind of true. We actually first met on
Tinder. I was originally supposed to meet up with him, and Natalie was in the hospital, so I had to bail on him, like last minute.
I thought she was lying, so she sent me all these pictures proving it.
We ended up meeting, I think, maybe the next week or something. We went to Bar Louie, and, well, Brian was early and I was late. I know, me late.
So in my fashion, I showed up early. I got there like 8:30. Out of the 100 beers they have on the menu, I ordered a West 6th IPA, and she was late, so I had 2 beers in the time period.
I got there and I sat down, and I ordered the same beer he had, and I just saw him go like, huh.
Out of like the 100-something beers on there, you order the exact same beer as me. We started having this conversation, and we had a lot of things in common, from the way we were raised to life stories and life events. Oh, babe.
You look so handsome.
I love you so much.
I love you.
Oh, you look beautiful.
Thank you.
Oh. Am
so...
I allowed to kiss you yet?
You look so good.
So
Let me see.
Yeah, you did the twirl.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it looks beautiful, babe. I love you.
You ready to party?
Yes.
Let's do it. They were closing. They're like, okay, guys, you kind of have to go. Brian looks at me, he's like, I don't mean to be too forward, but like, do you want to come back to my house? I was like, I just kind of looked at me, he's like, no, like I have West 6 IPA on tap. And I was like, bet, I'm there.
So she followed me over to the house. We had a couple beers. We stayed up till about 3 and fell asleep on the couch in the basement. So at 7:30, I wake up, I look at the clock, I had to be at work at 8 at the absolute latest.
And he's rushing around, he's like, I have to go to work, I have to go to work. And he walks out, it shuts the door. He was like, lock the door when you leave. And I'm like, what the hell? And then he pops his head back and he's like, hey, please don't steal any of my stuff. And then he just left.
So I went to work, which is a 24-hour shift. We talked during that time period. We ended up setting up a second date for the next night. We ended up hanging out.
There are days in our marriages that it's just like this. I gotta tell you, there's not a lot of those. You cherish those. Most days, it's not wearing this beautiful gown or this rented tux, but instead it's wearing coveralls. It's wearing your work boots, your gloves. That's what real love is. It's working side by side. Our prayer for you, all of us that are here, is that you would work together, that you would grow together, that as you go through the paths of life, that you would continue to grow together closer each day.
They both have hearts that are ginormous. They're always willing to pitch in or help anybody in need. To keep your marriage brimming with love in the loving cup. Whenever you're wrong, admit it. Whenever you're right, shut up.
Well, the first time I actually told her I loved her, I took it back. So
he said it didn't count, he was drunk. Already at that point, I knew I loved him, but I remember like being so mad. I was like, this guy just told me he loved me yesterday, I took it back today.
The weight of your hands in mine, your eyes, the truest sign. You see straight to the depths of me.
To Amber, If you want something from Brian, ask for it. Remember, he is a man, hints don't work. And ailments affect men 10 times worse. It's scientifically proven. So when Brian's sick, he's really sick.
When I'm with you.
This is the kind of guy Brian is. He has all of our friends and closest friends and family there for the most part. He brings my brother in town, my brother lived in Florida. He had my family on FaceTime that couldn't be there. And I just remember we were acting like we were taking a picture, and then I turn around, he's on a knee, and I'm like, what? What is happening? I thought all along I'd be like, yes, I will. And I just didn't have words.
So then after I proposed to Amber, I also got Natalie a ring. And went over to her and asked her if I could be her dad. And she said yes as well. Actually, she squealed first, but then she said yeah.
Very loudly.
Yeah.
You're everything to me. Everything to me. My love.
You put your life on the line to save other people's lives. You've become the most amazing father to Natalie. You raise her like your own and give her so much love. You've built an amazing bond with Amber and have built an incredibly strong foundation for your bond and relationship to grow. You build each other up and support each other unequivocally. I look up to you. And I know with 100% of my heart that Mom is looking down and beaming with pride in the man you've become.
Amber, it's so great to have someone like you in my life. We just understand each other. We can sit and talk for hours on end, while drinking wine, of course, without a care in the world. We can eat way too much Indian food while watching My 600-Pound Life, and we don't have to worry about feeling judged.
Every moment a promise I keep. Forever isn't long enough without your heart, oh, like the open sea. Your love, oh, it sets me free.
Had our dad been here, he would have had a rock-steady demeanor on the outside. However, with each step down the aisle, another brick would crumble and fall from that wall as his little girl was about to get married. As he hugged Amber, he would undoubtedly crack some kind of joke or spit out one of his famous one-liners. He would then tell Brian, she's your problem now, and explain to him that those two girls are now under his protection and to treat him right.
Closer.